Okay, so the next videos you'll be watching will be about the Constitution and how it was adopted in the Articles of Confederation. So, during the Revolution, the United States operated under the Articles of Confederation. Okay, so some of the achievements they had. So, in November 1777, the Continental Congress adopted the Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union. This was a plan for a loose union of the states under Congress. The Articles of Confederation, they set up a very, very weak central government. The Confederation Congress met only once a year, and it had the power to declare war, raise armies, and sign treaties. It, however, did not have the power to impose taxes or regulate trade. The only way the Confederation Congress had to raise money to pay its debts were to sell its land west of the Appalachian Mountains. Congress arranged this land into townships to make it easier to divide and sell and govern. So it set up the Northwest Ordinance of 1787 as a basis for governing much of this territory. The ordinance created new territory north of the Ohio River and east of the Mississippi River. When the population of the territory reached 60,000, they could then apply for statehood. The ordinance guaranteed certain rights to the people living there, and it banned slavery. The Confederation Congress negotiated trade treaties with the European countries. Now, by 1790, the trade of the United States was greater than the trade of the American colonies before the Revolution. So we have to ask, what were some of the weaknesses of the Constitution? Okay, so after the Revolutionary War, British merchants flooded American markets with inexpensive British goods. This drove many American artisans and manufacturers out of business. American states then set up customs posts on their borders and levied taxes on other states' goods to raise money. The inability of the Confederation Congress to regulate this commerce threatened the Union of the United States. So, the Confederation Congress had other problems with foreign policy. Since the federal government had no powers over the states, it could not force the states to pay their debts to Britain or to return property to loyalists as stated in the Treaty of Paris. Also, the Congress had no way to raise money to pay these debts. So, the British retaliated by refusing to evacuate American soil as promised in the treaty. Also, the limited powers of the Confederation Congress prevented it from working out a diplomatic solution with Spain when that country stopped Americans from depositing their goods in Spanish territory at the mouth of the Mississippi River. The end of the Revolutionary War and the slowdown of economic activity with Britain caused a severe recession in the United States. The states did not have the gold and silver to back paper money, but many of them issued it anyway. So this paper money greatly declined in value. Right. So eventually, Shays' Rebellion broke out in Massachusetts in 1786. It started when the government of Massachusetts decided to raise taxes to pay off its debt instead of issuing paper money. The taxes were worse for farmers, especially those in the western part of the state. Those who could not pay their taxes and others' debts lost their farms. So, farmers in western Massachusetts rebelled by shutting down the county courthouses. This rebellion was led by Daniel Shays and included about 1,200 followers. They went to a state arsenal to get weapons, and a government militia defended the arsenal against the rebels. Okay, so many Americans began to see the risk of having a weak central government now. They argued for a strong central government at this time. Okay, and that concludes our talk about the weaknesses of some of the achievements and the weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation. Now next video will be about how the Constitution was adopted. Okay, look for a short quiz on this, and we'll talk to you about it later. Thank you.